Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello grade 3s and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is body parts and decision making. And before we get into any lessons, boys and girls, we know that we need to sanitize. Remember, when we sanitize, we are trying to stay safe from any germs that can harm our bodies. So, let's sanitize as regularly as possible. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. For today's lesson, we will be talking about rhymes, place value, and computation. Now, boys and girls, let's start our lesson by going to page 3. On page 3, we are going to be doing a comprehension, but not just any comprehension, my dear boys and girls. This is poetry, and it is all about my body. We're going to read the poem and then answer the questions that follow. Remember, when we are reading, we read 3 times. The first time is to make sure that we have understood what the poem is all about. Then the second time is to try and find our answers to the questions below. And then the third time is to make sure that our answers are correct. So let us start by reading our poem. We will start at the heading. My body. 2 little hands and 2 little legs, 1 big back and 1 big chest, 10 little fingers, 10 little toes, 2 little eyes and 1 little nose, 2 little ears and 2 little feet, 1 little mouth with lots of teeth, rosy lips and a big forehead, and lots of hair on the head, 1 little chin and 2 elbows, 1 long neck and 2 chubby cheeks, 2 long arms and 2 round knees. These are the parts of my body. Wow, this was a very interesting poem, and I'm sure you have recognized a lot of the body parts that are there. The next time we read it, I want you to please point to the body parts that we are talking about. So now that we are done reading it for a first time, let us take a look at the questions. Now we only have 3 questions today, yay! But it's asking us to do more than just 3 things. Let's take a look at number 1. Number 1 says, name any 3 body parts that come in pairs. Name any 3 body parts that comes in pairs. Now, when we say the word pairs, we mean that there are 2 of them. And you have to name 3 body parts. Number 2 says, name any 3 body parts that are not in pairs. Name any 3 body parts that are not in pairs. So now you have to name body parts that do not have a pair, which means they come as 1 body part. Number 3 says, write down the rhyming words of the following. Write down the rhyming words of the following. Toes, elbows. So here what you have to do is look for a word that sounds the same as toes or elbows. So now that we have read our questions, it's now time to go back to the poem. Remember, this time you are looking for your answers, and I also would like you to point to the body parts as we read. We will start at the heading. My body. 2 little hands and 2 little legs. 1 big back and 1 big chest. 10 little fingers, 10 little toes. 2 little eyes and 1 little nose. 2 little ears and 2 little feet, 1 little mouth with lots of teeth, rosy lips and a big forehead, and lots of hair on the head, 1 little chin and 2 elbows, 1 long neck and 2 chubby cheeks, 2 long arms and 2 round knees. These are the parts of my body. So now that we have read it a second time, it is up to you, boys and girls, to make sure that you answer the questions. Again, take your time, make sure you spell each of the words you're going to use correctly, and then after that, read it a 3rd time by yourself. Take your time with this one and have fun. I'll see you soon after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
Now, boys and girls, we are going to do a little bit of mathematics starting on page 4. On page 4, we are going to be talking about place values. We are going to be dealing with hundreds, tens, and units. Number 1 is asking us for each whole number to write it down as hundreds, tens, and units. They've even given us an example with A. We are going to do C together. So let's take a look. Now, every time a number has to be broken down in place value, we take a look at where the number is sitting. So the first digit will always be units. So every time we see the first digit, it is a unit. So we can safely put our 8 right here. And now it says 8 units. The next one is tens. So we know that after units there is tens, and we remove this 1 and put it just here, and we say 1 tens. Or in this case, because it's only 1, we can say 1 10. 1 tens or 1 10, that's okay. Then we have our hundreds. Now hundreds goes to hundreds, and this one is 7 hundreds. And now we have completed it. Let's say it together. 718 equals 7 hundredths, 1 tenth, and 8 units. Let's try and do the next one. Number 2. Let's take a look. Number 2 now is different because it is asking us to write the equivalent of the number. So this time, instead of breaking it down to place values, we are putting the number together. So let's take a look. We're going to do B. So if we say 9 hundredths, 6 tenths, and 2 units, instead of starting with the units, we're going to pick up the hundredths first. And we know that we have 9. So we're going to take the 9 and place it in the correct position. And then we're going to take our 6 and put it next to our 9, 6 tenths. And the last one is our units. So we will take our 2 and write it next to our 6. Now we have completed the place value. We know that 9 hundredths, 6 tenths, and 2 units is the same as saying 962. So take your time with both of them, number 1 and number 2. Look at the numbers carefully and use the smaller letters so that they can help you put them in the correct place. When you're done with your place values, you have to move now to the next page, page 5. On page 5, we're going to be doing some computations, and these ones are addition and subtraction. You're going to do first addition, and we are going to do one of them together. So let's take a look. The one we're doing together is saying 714 plus 273. So we always start with our unit side. We are saying 4 plus 3. Now you can use your fingers to help you. And because we're doing it together, we can actually say 4 plus 3 equals 7. The next one says 1 plus 7. So we're taking 1 and we're adding it to 7, which makes it 8. Remember to write all the numbers in line with the one that you are doing. My 1, 7, and 8 are in line, so that means the same must happen for you as well. Then the last one says 7 plus 2. So 7 plus 2 equals 9. Now we know that 714 plus 273 equals 987. So take your time, boys and girls, with the adding. Make sure you're starting with the unit side. And then when you're done, you go to the bottom of the page where we're computating, but this time we're doing subtraction. So once you are done with your adding, please move on to the subtraction. The subtraction is the same as we've always done, but let's do one together. Let's take a look. We're going to do the one that says 945 minus 621. We will always start with our units, boys and girls, and we say 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1 equals 4. The next one is 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2 equals 2. Remember to write your numbers in line with all the others. My 4, my 2, and my other 2 are in line. The last one says 9 minus 6. Now my 9 take away 6 equals 3. So we're going to write our 3 in line. Now our sum is complete. It says 945 minus 621 equals 324. So take your time with the maths, boys and girls. Have fun with the place values. And when you're done, I will see you after the advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn, and more. We distribute countrywide in over 7 different languages.
Boys and girls, we have now come to the end of our lesson. I hope you managed to do all the exercises, and don't worry, if you're not sure what to do or you need a little bit of help, it's okay to ask. Make sure though that when you are done, you have practiced and finished your exercises. Now that we are done with all of our work, we need to sanitize. Remember, when we sanitize, we are trying to be responsible by staying safe. Coronavirus is still out there, boys and girls, so we need to make sure that we are staying nice and safe. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. Sashi and I are going to go outside and take a little bit of a walk. I feel like stretching my legs. Sashi, where are you? Let's go for some exercise. There you are. Are you ready for our walk? Wonderful. So, from Sashi and I, we would like to say thank you for joining us today, boys and girls, and goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, My Zone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.